What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dad's Expensive Hobby.
What's up?
Today we are taking a look at the Storm Collectibles Street Fighter 2, the Final Challengers BLANKA. This is the first of the Street Fighter line from Storm that I've ever bought, but just looking at this box and what's inside of it, it will probably not be the last. This thing looks really awesome. And I'm just taken aback by how big this box is. This thing is freaking-gantic. Just the box itself is 10.5 inches tall. That is really big. I like the nice big window. I'm not really sure why they cut his hair off right here in this picture, but it probably, to keep it from hiding, some of the stuff inside the box, so I kind of get it. The side of the box right here, nice little picture of BLANKA right here. Doesn't look like the figure, but I'm sure this is probably from one of the games. And a big bunch of artwork and pictures right here on the back that looks really, really cool. But let's quit talking about the box, and let's get him out of the box and see how he looks. All right. Holy mackerel, is this thing awesome. Holy crap, just look at that. This thing is gorgeous. But before I get ahead of myself, let's see how tall he is real quick. To the top of his hair, he is right at 8.5 inches tall, but down to like where his hairline is more like 7.5, which would make the entire figure about 21 and a half centimeters. So that's pretty cool. This is a big boy. This is a nice size figure right here, but then again, Storm Collectibles are big and they're nice and beefy. Let's take a look at his aesthetic and then we'll get into all the other stuff with him. His aesthetic, holy crap. If you can see that, he looks so awesome. He is covered in paint and shading. He looks really awesome. Let's start with his hair, his Super Saiyan 3-esque hair here. It looks really good, and it is a soft plastic. It's not like from Bandai where you get kind of, stuck by it. Ouch. This is a soft plastic, and I really like that because whenever you move, his neck, his hair will give a little bit, but we'll talk more about that in the articulation. There is nice dry brush in his hair, giving it just a little bit of contrast, and that looks really good. The sculpt on it is fantastic, and I like the color. I know through the different games that his hair might have been different shades or whatever, but I like this one. Look at that face. That face is fantastic. And there's a couple of other head sculpts that the faces look even better, but this is absolutely BLANKA. I like the color green. It's a little bit lighter. We saw a picture on the box where he was represented with a little bit darker skin, but I like this color. It looks really good. Look at the paint. Look at that face.
Look at me, sure.
The paint looks fantastic. The shape and sculpt look really good. Look at his musculature. He is beefy and big and ripped, but not super duper blocky. Nice shading everywhere that it needs to be. Looks super good. The tuft of hair on his chest and abdomen looks really good, and it's got nice dry brushing in it to bring it to life. My goodness, this looks good. His arms, look at the shape of his arms. That musculature looks really, really nice. Tuft of hair on his arm, same thing as the chest. That looks super awesome. Same thing on this side. Look at the musculature of his back. More shading. If this was a Bandai, this was like an SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball figure, they would have neglected the back, but they definitely did not here. The shorts, I like them. I think they look really good. They're sculpted like soft plastic almost, and they feel really nice. Got a nice dry brush on these creases that just makes them look really good. I kind of wish that there was a bit of a wash or something on the whites. Maybe there is a little bit. If not, if there's a little bit, they could use just a little bit more. But it still looks pretty good. It's a little uniform, but I'll take it because, it's a mass manufactured thing. Not a big deal. Nice texturing on the pants, like I said. Now, his hips.
Fuck.
They like to do this and make hips a little bit wider than they need to be. But once you pose this guy, it'll go away and you won't even notice it. Unless you are really, really looking for it, you really aren't going to see this too much there. It's not super duper prominent, but it is there. And so that detracts slightly, ever so slightly. But my gosh, he looks good. I forgot to point out the tufts of hair on his shins, but they look really, really awesome. The little like shackles or whatever around his ankles, these look really good. They're free floating and they're kind of a soft plastic, and I like that, but the paint on them looks really good. And I want to point out, look at his toenails. Look at that. That looks fantastic. Look at the detail right around, I guess you would say the root or the cuticle or whatever of the toenail. Like they put paint there. I've never seen other figures that have claws where they do that. But he looks fantastic. And not only does he look fantastic, but he comes with a fantastic spread of accessories. So let's take a look at those really quick. All right, now for accessories, Storm did not skimp out at all. He comes with 4 different head sculpts. He comes with this like serious head sculpt here on him in the package, and it looks fantastic. Whoops, it rolled away. He comes with this screaming face right here, and I think that looks really, really awesome. Look at the shape of that jaw, and the mouth and teeth are painted really well, and the eyes. He comes with this teeth gritting face, which I personally think is the best of the 4. It looks absolutely exactly like BLANKA. And he also comes with this beat up, like at the end of a match or whatever, he got the piss beat out of him looking face, and it looks really, really good too. I think they did a good job with the damage and the paint on the eyes and the tongue. That looks really, really good. He also comes with 12 different hands. He comes with these 2 fist hands on him in the package, and the thumbnail is painted really well, and there's nice detail in the knuckles. And he comes with basically 10 variations of an open hand. I won't show you every single one of them like in super detail, but look at that. Look at the claws and the airbrushing and stuff on the hand. That looks so good. Another little variation, super quick. That looks super good. And these little knife hands, that looks super good. Look how bony that looks in the palm. And then these, that look really, really good. And lastly, just another variation, but I wanted to show you all of them. That looks really awesome. But we're not done. He also comes with an awesome blast of, like, energy effect, excuse me. And check out this little electricity effect right here. This thing is awesome. Yes, I know he should probably be kind of crouched down or whatever in it, but I'm not the world's best poser. I just wanted to show you how big and awesome this thing is. It's like translucent plastic with yellow shading all through it, and it looks really good. It comes in 3 parts. This round part here as the base on the bottom, and then there's 2 pieces that connect in it in 3 different spots, a piece on the side to give like the electric, you know, the electrical current looking effect or whatever. This thing is freaking awesome. His accessories are off the charts good. Oh my God, is that not awesome? That like little electricity effect and stuff, that is crazy. And those head sculpts look so good. But let's stand him next to some other figures. I don't have any other Street Fighter Storm figures, but I got a couple of Mortal Kombat Storm, and we'll stand him against a couple of other things just to see how he looks. All right, now I don't have any other Street Fighter Storm Collectibles, but I do have a couple from Mortal Kombat, and here he is next to the Storm Collectibles Reptile. Look just how big he is, because Reptile is kind of a tall figure. He's about 7 inches tall. Look at the height and size difference there. And let's stand him next to Mortal Kombat's Kintaro. Now Kintaro towers over him. Look at the size of that, but Kintaro is like 10 inches tall, but they look really, really awesome next to each other. Now, let's stand him next to a couple of Street Fighter figures that I do have from Jada. And here is Guile. And they are definitely not in the same scale, but both look really good. And here we'll stand him next to M. Bison, and I think that looks really cool. I don't want to dig out all my Jada figures just to stand them next to each other, but you get the idea as far as the size and scale and how they present. I'm actually kind of upset I got this before the Jada's release of BLANKA, just because this looks so good that it really leaves big shoes to fill for the Jada release of BLANKA. All right, that all looks awesome. I liked him next to the Mortal Kombat figures especially. Now, let's move into his articulation, because he moves fantastically. His head will look down really well, typical Storm fashion, because all this is soft plastic in here, so bear that in mind. His neck moves good and gives a little bit, so you can look up a little bit better than you normally would. And I like that the hair is flexible, because you can get even more look up and all around, and that's because, ouch, his head's on a double ball peg. That is nothing new for Storm, so I wasn't surprised at all by that. His head moves great. Shoulders, a little bit above 90, zero issue. Man, these are nice and buttery and smooth. They move so well. He's got a little bit of a butterfly in there. It works better when you move the hands back, like the arms back, to kind of go, even further back than they normally would. And I like the sculpt right there. It maintains, so it's maintaining the aesthetic really well. They don't come like a crossing, but he's not like a Goku figure or something where his hands like need to touch, but you can get him to about right there with no problem, and I think that looks really nice. This thing is gorgeous. Typical bicep swivel, no problem there. Typical Storm figure with the double jointed elbow, looks really good. Not a big bunch past 90. I wish it had just a little bit more range, but I will take it. The hands, they are on ball hinges like normal, and they function just fine. His abdomen, bear with me a second, scratch my arm. His abdomen, he has an abdominal break up here, and he crunches forward just with that pretty darn well. No gapping in the back. And he'll lean back really well with no gapping. My only complaint here is that the sculpt of the tuft of hair doesn't go all the way up, so you kind of lose that if you lean him back far enough. But if you just don't do that, it won't be a big deal. But I just wanted to kind of point that out. It's not something that bothers me, but it might bother some of you. But they did continue the sculpt of the abdomen, and that looks super good. You can get a little bit of tilt just out of that and twist. Now, he has one of these little kind of Marvel Legends-esque hinges right here, so you can get even more tilt out of him there. Actually, it's a lot of tilt, and you can see it on the back there. A lot more noticeable on the back than in the front, but it is there and it works really well. Then there's also like a ball peg. If I can show you down inside there, it's also on a ball peg, so you can almost curl this guy up in a complete ball. And if I remember from the games, forgive me, it's been a long time since I've played the games, but he does kind of do like in a ball kind of attack or something. Somebody remind me down in the comments if that's something he does. But he looks really, really good posing, and of course you get the twist. Now the hips, like I told you, they do stick out past the waist, and that does detract from it. But he has buttery smooth movement in the hips. Look at that range of motion right there. Fantastic. And there's a nice big like ball hinge kind of a deal. I'm not an expert as far as the engineering of these, but that's what that looks like to me. And it moves really, really well. Gets a good front kick right up to the waist. You could probably push it a little bit further because this is just soft plastic right here. He does have booty cheeks on him, but they're soft and they give, and he can kick back really well as well. Really well as well. I love to say the word well. So that's really awesome. As far as thighs go, you can get some rotation just out of that socket up there, but he's also got a thigh swivel that's hidden underneath these pants where you can get some good movement like that. Double jointed knee works fantastic. I love it. No shin swivel, I don't think. No, that yes, actually. Is it? Yes, it's down at the ankle and it's hidden by the bracelet.
It's not that hard.
So you get that. Typical Storm, the foot will go down really well, but doesn't come up a big bunch. Comes up better than usual though, because if you can see that right there, they cut out enough space for that foot to come up. So that's really good. And of course it has a nice ankle rocker on it, and the entire ankle is just a ball hinge right there. And he's got a toe brake that looks pretty good, and it's tight enough I think it would hold the weight of the figure and doesn't look horrible. So his articulation, in my opinion, is fantastic. Let's move on to my final thoughts on him. Okay, the final verdict on BLANKA here from Storm Collectibles. This figure is fantastic. Absolutely one of the best figures I own currently, if not the top 2 or 3. And it's definitely the best like new figure I've handled this year thus far. This thing is awesome. I am giving him a rating of A+.
Hold up.
Oh, screw that. I'm putting him in my own little rating of he is a premier level figure. This thing is a work of art. He is fantastic. Fantastic. The paint and detail looks fantastic. His aesthetic is great. His articulation's fantastic. He comes with an awesome spread of accessories. He is gorgeous. Premier level as far as I'm concerned. He is above A+. They could just, if they worked on just that hip, this would be the perfect figure, to be quite honest. This thing is fantastic. And he's not super duper expensive. I think he's $110 on Big Bad Toy Store right now. So if you've got the means and motivation to do it, pick one of these up. Highly, highly recommend him. But that's all I've got for BLANKA. Keep your eye out for more videos that we've got. Check out some of our other videos. They're pretty decent too. If you haven't subscribed, pause the video, scroll down, click subscribe, give us a like, give us a comment. With all that said, this has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll see you all in the next video.